for optics, wouldn't you? Couple of lenses short of a full camera.
What's up, Ryan? How you doing? See, Ryan made it in.
Did he?
Yeah, he made it in now.
Yeah, I gave him some rolls and gave him
Hello, man.
some
How's
rolls.
everybody doing?
Yeah, all right, Ryan, how you doing?
So is this working now?
Oh, Brenda's back.
Is it working?
Oh, it
Wait,
sounds like
I-
you're trying to talk through a little bitty hole, like 5 feet away or something.
Is that any better?
Hey, there we go. I can hear.
There you go.
So is Anthony there?
Oh yeah, you're louder now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you not hear him battering his keyboard?
No, not really.
Oh.
Ha ha ha! Can't be that loud then, can it?
Just got a shout out, Tony.
Makes change.
So Anthony, if I'm a surveyor, but as a hobby,
Oh, yeah.
as a hobby, notice the word if I'm a surveyor, but as a hobby in my spare time, I debunk flat earthers. Does that mean I'm no longer a surveyor?
Are you licensed or not?
How would that affect it?
Well, it's kind of like being a doctor. If you're not licensed, you can't be a doctor. If you are licensed, you are a doctor.
No, but if I am a surveyor, or if I am a doctor, right? But I go out. If I'm a doctor, I am a doctor. But as a hobby,
No.
as a hobby,
No,
I
still
go
need
out.
to be licensed to be a doctor.
That's not the
And,
question.
are you licensed or not? If you're not licensed, you're not a pilot, you're not a doctor, you're not a dentist. If you are licensed and you're licensed as a pilot or a doctor or a dentist, then you're one of those things. It's all down to whether you hold the license or not.
Do you know what the word "if" means?
Yeah, and that's why I said if in return.
Yeah, that's not the correct response. If I am a doctor, all right. So, on the presumption that yes, I am a doctor.
Hang on. Brenda, you can still be a doctor and not hold a valid license, a valid current license.
No,
Yeah,
you
you
can't. No, you can't.
Look
If
at Bob Nodell. He's a
No.
pilot, but he's not got a license anymore, has he?
If I don't have a valid license, I am not a doctor.
Yeah, that was my argument. So that's why I asked you, as a surveyor, did you hold a license or not?
The word is "if" on the assumption that I am a doctor, or on the assumption that I am a surveyor, right? That would presume that I am in fact licensed.
No, it wouldn't. Because
Yes, it does. No, because you
No,
can't
Bob-
be.
Bob is a pilot, but he's
Listen,
not got a license anymore.
you can't
so he's
be-
not a pilot.
You can't be an unlicensed doctor. If you don't have a license, you are not a doctor.
So if
Are you a
referring to
doctor?
if you're referring to Jesse doesn't hold the license, does he? At the moment, apart as far as I can tell, he's retired, and he's a hobbyist by his own admission. So if he doesn't hold a license, he's not a surveyor, right?
He does hold a license. He does do surveying.
Well, he's told me in email that he's retired. So does he still hold his license whilst retired or not?
Probably. Just like if I'm a doctor and I'm retired, I still have a license to practice medicine.
No, you don't. Once you retire,
I do.
you surrender your license.
No, I'm simply
I'm not a
retired. I'm simply retired from, say, the hospital that I work at or the medical group that I work at, but I still have a valid license to do medicine.
Okay, Brenda, I'm no longer a member of the Law Society, but I was at one point. When I'm not a member of the Law Society, I can't claim to be a solicitor or a lawyer, as you might say.
You were never
But
a
if I-
solicitor. You were never a solicitor.
Well, you wouldn't know that because you're not able to verify it. So
No,
it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not.
Yeah, you
But
were
the
never.
point is,
You were
I'm
never a
not a member
solicitor.
of the Law Society. I can't be a solicitor, even if I did practice or qualify or became a barrister or whatever. If you don't hold the license, you're not it. And as
Yeah,
far as
you're
I'm
not.
aware,
You have never been a solicitor. You've never
Brenda,
passed.
that's just your opinion, and this isn't part of your argument or your
That's right.
query.
I'm just
so
trying to get you guys to understand
get-
the word
get
if,
back to your
which seems to be
query.
seems to be a difficult thing for you to understand. Is
Not
the word
really.
if. If I am a surveyor, right? Then I am a surveyor, right?
Do you hold a license or not?
Jesus Christ, you people are fucking stupid.
Not really, Brenda. 'cause
Whoa.
people make
You
claims all
are.
the time.
You are. If I am a
make claims all the time.
listen, if
That's
it is
why
if it is the case that I am a surveyor, is it the case that I am a surveyor?
Not if you don't
depends
hold a
whether you
license
hold
to
a license or not.
survey.
Holy shit, you're stupid.
you have to hold the license
It's
to be a
it's
surveyor.
amazing just how incredibly stupid you are.
Not really,
Brenda,
Brenda. It's a
Brenda, hang on.
prerequisite
You
of
are.
being a surveyor, and it's probably
You
the
can't
most
understand a simple equivalence. If I am a doctor,
Brenda,
then I am a
really.
if I'm a doctor, then I am a doctor, correct?
Only
Brenda.
if you're holding the license.
Holy crap, you're
Brenda,
dumb.
Brenda, can
You're
you drive?
dumb.
Can you drive? Brenda, can you drive? Brenda, do you drive? Do you hold a driving license?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. So can you do a thought experiment with me? Okay.
No, she
Is
can't.
is that a yes
Can't.
or a no? Can you do a thought experiment with me, Brenda?
Yeah, when
Just
when I don't respond, I'm just waiting for you to continue.
Well, an affirmation from you would be nice, so we can continue.
Well, yeah, you can't understand. Okay.
An affirmation would be nice, Brenda.
Uh-huh.
So can we continue with our little thought experiment?
I just gave you the affirmation.
Right, okay, here we go, right? If you could drive, you hold a license. When you reach retirement age, you have to resit your driving test. If you fail your driving test, even though you have held a driving license in the past, are you still able to drive?
Your first premise was false.
Oh my god.
Being which premise are you
was that?
referring to?
The first one.
What, that you can't drive?
That's not
A
what you
thought
said.
experiment
That's not
that
what you
if
said.
you ca-
Do you not remember what you said 10 seconds ago?
Which premise are you referring to?
The first one.
Well, remind me, Brenda.
You don't remember.
Remind me, Brenda.
You really don't remember. This is your argument, and you don't remember what you said
Brenda,
15 seconds
which
ago.
which premise are you referring to that was
Alright.
false?
The first
Brenda, let
one.
me-
The first one.
Brenda, I could drive a car when I was 15.
You're fucking
I could drive
mental,
it
woman.
properly, but I couldn't drive it legally, but I could drive. Does that make me a driver?
It doesn't. It makes you not a licensed driver.
That's my point. So somebody can claim like Bob, when people were arguing over Bob whether or not he could fly a plane. Bob could fly a plane. Did that make him a pilot? He didn't have the license anymore, but he still had the ability to fly the plane. But he wasn't licensed, so he couldn't say he was a pilot, but he could fly a plane, right?
Right. So if he was a pilot, if he was a pilot, if I said Bob is a pilot, the necessary implication is that he has a license, right?
Not necessarily, because it depends on how loose with your phraseology you want to be. That's why people ask, are you accredited, or are you licensed, or are you doing stuff with the... Like Jesse is a good example. If he's retired...
Step is a nice example,
License.
PP.
No, it isn't. This isn't hard. This is like really, really simple stuff.
And you're getting it wrong, Brenda. It
things
is
that
really
children can get.
simple, and
It
you're
is.
getting it wrong.
No, I'm not. I
Yeah,
can
you
guarantee you I'm not.
No, I
If-
guarantee you.
If
you
somebody
are.
is a pilot, necessarily they are licensed.
The same with surveying, the same with driving, the
Yeah,
same
but
with the
hang on, hang
doctor,
on.
the same with law.
No, it's a bit different over
Yeah,
there
it
in
is.
America.
No,
isn't it,
no, it's
Brenda?
not different.
When
No,
you-
no, it's
when
not
you're
different.
surveyors, you have to be licensed because there's boundary disputes that may come into question, and that's a legal matter. So they have to be fully qualified to be able to do those surveying practices, right? I think that's what Tony's asking about, you know, for your qualification to do. I mean, are you just sort of moving bird baths around in your garden and putting
No, I
putting
think what
like
she's
sheds
doing.
up and stuff like that.
I'm just trying to
think
get
that's
you
the
to
surveying that
understand
you're doing.
a simple premise, which is
I think
if
what she's doing is she's relying on the implied the implied condition that if you claim to be a dentist, it means that you are both in practice, you hold the license to be a dentist,
Yes.
and you are a
yes,
dentist.
yes,
But I think that people claim to do things that they don't actually do regularly. Like, for instance, people on your side, our side, in normal daily life, people claim that they do stuff. Like, a good example is a lawyer. A lawyer is a generic term to mean somebody that works in a law firm, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're a solicitor or a barrister.
Right.
It just means someone that works in the law firm,
that
right?
would be different. So in the case of a dentist, I didn't say if I claim to be a dentist. I said if I am a dentist, and the necessary condition for being a dentist is having
elaboration, Brendan.
the necessary
Brendan, would you not?
the necessary condition for being a dentist is that you have a license to do dentistry.
That's true, but it requires elaboration because it's
No.
it's ambiguous. Because
No.
how do we know that you're implying that you are in practice, hold a certificate, and doing the thing that you say you're doing, as opposed to being fired or
yeah.
off or
By the first premise, which states that I
No,
am
Brenda, please
that
don't.
I am a dentist.
No,
That I
Brenda,
am
you're
in
doing
dentist already.
P,
Excuse
then
me.
P.
Excuse me. You don't
P
understand.
proves
You don't
P. You are
understand
not
logic at all.
saying.
You don't
Brenda,
understand.
If I'm a surveyor,
I
then
was
I'm a surveyor.
talking. I was talking.
Who cares?
I was talking.
to be fair, Brenda, I see your point, right? And strictly speaking, if you were to be absolutely precise with your language, you are correct. But nobody ever takes the sentence at face value when they claim to be a dentist. You would always qualify it by saying, I'm in practice, I hold a license, my registration number is this. Because otherwise, people make that flippant claim regularly, and people don't always take it on face value that they literally mean it that way. That's why it always gets sought with qualification. Well, are you actually licensed? Are you in practice? So yes, you are correct. It's implied, but everywhere I go, if someone says I'm a truck driver, you're going to say, do you actually drive trucks for a living, or do you just hold a license? Because I hold a truck driving license, but I don't drive trucks. But that doesn't mean that I'm not a truck driver, or it doesn't mean I am a truck driver. What matters is, are you actually driving trucks when you claim that you are? Do you know what I mean? It's kind of the minutiae of the language is important when you're making that claim of what you do for a living.
I understand all of those things. I just wanted to focus on the situation where the implication is strict and not loose. So if I am a surveyor, right, that implies that I have a license to do surveying as a professional. I have that license. And therefore, so the question was, if I am a surveyor and I also do little projects on the side, like debunking flat earth claims, the fact that I'm doing something
That
on the
wasn't in
side
the
as a
premise.
hobby,
That wasn't in the premise.
yes, it is. It's in the second premise. So
Not in your original statement, it wasn't, Brenda.
because I never got past the first one because you're incapable of understanding it. So in the second, excuse me. So just let me complete.
So
that-
you've changed your statement, Brenda.
No, I have not. I have not.
Yeah, you have.
No, I have not. If I am a surveyor, which means that I am licensed to fully licensed to do professional surveying, and right, I conduct tests to debunk flat earthers on the side. If I say
Well, that was never in your original premise.
yeah, because I didn't get that far.
So,
I didn't get that far.
Brenda.
And if I do those things on the side, and then I say I do this as a hobby,
You're
it
not making
doesn't-
much sense, Brenda.
I understand
answer the
that you're
question?
stupid. So if I
Can
do
you-
this on
can
the
you listen?
side, it doesn't falsify the fact that I am a surveyor.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question, Brenda. Are you listening?
Yeah, when she doesn't answer, that means yes. That's it. She
That's
said
cool.
that earlier. That's
Because it's more efficient that way. You can just go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. Here's the question: are you a surveyor?
I am not.
All right. So can we talk to the surveyor that you're referring to instead of you trying to defend?
That has
the
nothing to
surveyor?
do with what I was saying.
Well, yeah. Well, this is a good, fair point, though. Why should we talk to you about a third person?
The fair point is that
What
I am a surveyor,
what has it got to do with you, Brenda?
Brenda's fantasy of surveying.
if I am a surveyor,
What is she surveying?
if I am a surveyor,
I was a rich man. Do you know that song? If I was a rich man.
if I am a surveyor,
Do you know that
it
song?
says nothing. It says nothing about whether or not I'm a surveyor. If I do things on the side.
Ifs and buts.
Yeah, I
Ifs and
don't
buts,
take anything that you're saying right now. I want to talk to the
It's
person
a hypothetical.
that
It's a hypothetical, moron.
Yeah, bring the
yeah,
surveyor in
that
question.
It's a
Different.
hypothetical. Do you know what a hypothetical is?
I want to
Yeah.
talk to the surveyor,
don't-
not you.
You don't know what a hypothetical is.
You don't know what. You don't know what. You don't know what. Is that
Can I just give you an example of what you're doing, Brenda? If I ask you hypothetically, if there was a transsexual that did A, B, or C, it's kind of